Welcome back all. Elliott Trades here with an analysis on all the USD major pairs, starting from the 4-hour time frame on EURUSD. We'll start from the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame with EURUSD, we can clearly see that we've had a correction here. This is not impulsive. It's coming to a demand zone, and we do have a break of structure to the upside over here. We've taken out these highs. We've even got, we don't have a close above, no, but on a smaller time frame, above this level here, we should have some body closes here. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Still 18 minutes, okay? We're looking for a close above here. Now, the market might not close above here in this candle. It may pull down and then the next candle pulls up and continues. A point of interest here is here, this down move before this up move that caused a break of structure. I'm expecting price to come back in here somewhere to continue higher. If we just get the drawings to count onto the chart. Now we're getting messy again. All right, so we can see the count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the leading diagonal. Our corrective move into almost a 618 for our wave 2. Okay, and then I've been channeling. We'll get rid of this internal one. Okay, I've been channeling the price action since. We go to a smaller time frame, but just see here. This supply zone has been taken out. So that's gone. As you can see, that's the green. There's a green line there for basically representing this OP. I'm going to work out why my computer's moving slow today. I don't know. Okay, so over here, this is our buy zone. The whole green box is our buy zone currently. Now, if I was to define this, I would do this. Or refine it. That's it. I'll refine it to here. So now that's my buy zone, and the market doesn't have to come there. So we're gonna quickly, let me just have these indicators on quickly, the EMAs and the TDI. Okay, so on the 4-hour, we've come up in a 1 and a 2. This cannot be a B and then C, because your B wave has extended past the 0.618. Always getting very close to it. Let's have a look. Sorry, the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. Yeah, we've touched it. Or you could say we just missed it. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a hit. Especially when you consider that this may actually be the end of your A, just down here. And then we've got, we've actually crossed above the 1618. So to me, that's not an A, B. To me, this is your corrective move. It's finished. It's decent in time. And I believe it's a 32% Fibonacci retracement, which makes it okay in retracement depth as well. I'll just put on the normal Fib retracement levels. And yeah, we came below the 38.2, which is exactly when we pinged the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. So I've got no doubt that this is bullish and it's continuing to the upside. I go to the 1-hour time frame now. We're getting a pullback. Now I want this pullback preferably to at least touch the green line, preferably touch the green box even would be better. So we do have a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder broke above the 50 EMA. The 13 crossed the 50 EMA over here. We came back to it and we're continuing. So yeah, pullbacks, I'm anticipating pullbacks to be quite shallow, actually. So looking for the opportunity to take the continuation buys to the upside. We'll go down to the 15. I'm looking for the 50 EMA to potentially be hit on the 15-minute time frame. If we can do that, that would be a great buy for me, which again you can see now lines up with the top of our buy box. This 50 EMA. So currently, if I were to count from where we are now, I would get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put the Fibonacci extension on the most recent 1, 2. And you can see we've hit the level 4 away 3, the 1618 and above. So currently, if this is going to be my 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to put in the count. So that's the big 1, 2. And we'll put the rest over there. Then I'll go and do the internal. So this would be my 103, 203, 303. Looking for 403, then 5. Okay. What else could I do here? Well, I can channel. I can channel between the 1 and the 2. That could, so if I draw the baseline channel, that wave 4 that we're waiting for could come and touch the top of that channel before continuing higher. So the channel is drawn from the beginning of 1 to the end of 2 to the end of 1. Beginning of 1, end of 2, drag it up to the end of 1. So this, the 50 MA, the green box, and the channel line, this is my zone for this black 4th wave. Okay, we've also got a green line over here. This is my zone for this black 4th wave. Looking for this to come into this zone for me to buy. We may not come that deep down. We have news at 3 o'clock. So this is what I'll draw here. Okay, some form of a corrective move down and then continuation to the upside. How does that look on the 1 hour time frame? I'm looking for the target. We do have this imbalance just over here. And we do have a supply zone just above, in fact. So let's go to the 4 hour. Remember, the institutions are in buys. All right, this is the area we need to take out initially here and then here. So yeah, I think we'll be aiming for the high. Not sure if we'll get that high today. Okay, this swing high over here. I just wanted to remove, I want to remove these drawings. So the swing high over here is the target. We might not hit it today, but I do expect us to at least be in the supply zone today. So that's my analysis on EURUSD. Looking for some form of pullback into this type of area to then continue it with the bullish price action that we're already receiving. If we go to GBPUSD and I go to the daily, my computer has never been this slow. I don't know what's going on here. And as soon as I put on the OBS, it got like this. Okay, I'm just going to put a count on. Okay, it looks like I've got rid of my account here. No problem. I'll put the best fit count on now, which to me goes something like this. One of those highs is 1. We got 2. Somewhere here we got a 3, 4, and I don't like it, but it is what it is, because this, if this is A, B, C, the B wave's gone past the 1618. So I actually don't like it. But we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, and then 5, which tells me that's something like a 1, 2, then a 1, 2, looking for a 3. Drop down to the 4-hour time frame. So where my 5 is I'm considering potentially as a 1. Okay, it's not my favorite look for the count, but at the bottom line is which way do I believe we're going? And I believe we are going to the upside. Okay, and we need a count to give us an idea of how much we could extend to the upside. Okay, there's also the chance that somehow we had a 3, 4, 5 over here. Okay, like this, and that becomes 1, and that becomes 2. Then this becomes another 1. This is another 2. This is another 1. This down here is another 2, where I've got my W. By the way, I'm no longer looking for any lower than there. I believe the correction ends here. Why? Because the daily came into the 50 EMA. Or was it the 13? The 13 EMA. We pinged off the 13 EMA, moved up with volume, closed strong, reaccumulated over here. Okay, if we're looking carefully in here, we just pull this. This is getting fixed today. I can't have this. All right, this area just above my green box. Okay, we'll just go to the 4-hour. Just above this green box here. Okay, price came down. This candle, I believe, is an institutional candle. That 6 o'clock candle, that bearish, the one that closed bearish. Okay, the last down move, it got mitigated by this candle, and we engulfed the whole area. All right, cool. Clearly, we're looking for upside. Clearly, the ideal buy zone would be here. Ideal, if the market would come there on the pound. Right, we're in the supply zone. We're likely to get some form of retracement before continuation higher. And then I look at the TDI. We've closed above the baseline, the 50 static, absolutely everything we needed to close above. We have now closed above. So clearly Euro USD and Pound USD are in a bullish trend. We are outside the volatility band and outside the overbought area on the TDI. So yes, looking for down before going higher. Ideally, because we've made a shoulder, head and a shoulder, or a W formation over here. So as price came up, we corrected it here. In this correction is where we find our head and shoulders, which could be here, shoulder, head, shoulder. This is where we find our head and shoulders and our W formations. We get a break and a close above the 50 EMA. We tap back in and we go. So this is the reason, because we've done this on the hour, another reason why we may not even come down this deep. We might start reaccumulating in these areas. Also, if you can see all these highs, this, we've not only broken above these liquidity highs, there'll be trend lines here, relative equal highs over here and here. We've not only broken above it, but we've closed in that zone. That's a bullish indication to me. This channel or trend line, however you want to look at it, and if you wanted to drag this up to its highest point, yeah, from there, to there, looking at as a trend line, you can see why we're now having our pullback from exactly here. Okay, we're manipulating the trend line. They're making the trend line look like resistance. Okay, we'll pull back, and in my belief, will most likely come back up and close above the trend line, close at or above these highs. So that's what I'm looking for today on the pound. We just it wasn't even moving. Okay, get to the 15 EMA. Just 2 secs. See the TDI. Okay, 15 EMA. The 1 hour is overbought, by the way. So yep, it's making sense. It's turning round. To me, this is 1, 2. We're inside a 3 over 3. I would channel it like this. From the beginning of 1 to the end of 2 to the end of 1. And you can see for pound, we're about to hit the top of that channel. Now, considering the pullback is very shallow currently, I'm more interested in the pound hitting one of these lower levels, maybe the midline over here, the top of the green line over here, preferably, obviously, the green box. Now, if this is 1, 2, 3, I have a feeling we probably got a 1, 2, 3, 4. We may swipe the high again before coming lower, or we could just come lower. But if that was to be the top of our 3 right now, if it was just to, we put the fib on, okay, and what we're looking for is a potential move downwards, but we do not want to see that 618 hit. If we see that 618 hit, this is not a 1, 2, 3, then a 4 and a 5, because the 1618, 0618 is an invalidation for a fourth wave. So that alone, considering that I'm pretty sure, I believe this is bullish. I believe this is our first. In fact, let's get that on the chart. I believe that's our first one, here or here. This is our 2. Looking for a 3, a 4, and a 5. Let me get that fib extension. Okay, so we're looking at the 1618. We're looking at the 1618 over here for this third wave to end in this type of an area. But this is for that first higher degree move. So if we just go internal and count internal waves, we've got 1, 2, potentially a 3, a 4, looking for the 5, which will give us the higher degree 3. So let me just change the degree on that and the color. There we go. So there we go. We have a 1, 2. We'll get a fib on this local 1, 2. And the 3 target has not been hit yet on this smaller degree as anticipated. So we get the Fibonacci extensions in red. And this 3, I mean, it could be the 3 done. Don't get twisted. But just in case, we're going to put the 3 there. So like I said before, we could swipe the high and then pull back. That's a further hint that the market may be doing that due to not reaching the 1618, which is what I do believe we're going to get. I do believe we're impulsive. I do believe this market's going to continue higher. And I do believe that these extensions would be met. So I believe that this 1, 2, 3 will meet this area before we get that fourth wave down. When we get that fourth wave down, I'm looking to buy. So I think we might be, potentially, we could be on 1, 2, take our time in the fifth wave of 3, take our time doing 4, and potentially get our buy around 3 o'clock. Continuation to the upside on GBPUSD. And it could go the same way with EURUSD. Let's get that daily on the NZDUSD, all right? NZDUSD daily time frame. This black line is not straight enough. Right, to me, I see this. This looks like a beautiful accumulation to me. Okay, so forget about price coming back down below these lows. That's not happening for now. Okay, with prices we've accumulated, they're looking to take price higher. We can see that's a daily accumulation, man. Do you know how many days? From the 21st of April, we went sideways. Today's date is the 2nd of June. Okay, that's like 6 weeks of just going sideways to go higher. So to me, this is an accumulation. As soon as we get above this black line or this green line, that's a confirmation. Down to the 4 hour, you see this is a reaccumulation in here. You can see the W formation, or you could go shoulder, head, shoulder, or shoulder over here, shoulder, head. Power off. Actually, no, it would be shoulder, head, shoulder. Irrelevant. Accumulation, looking to go higher. Taking out supply, and this is the demand that's in control now. This is the demand that is responsible. Well, this is demand. Let me get this clear. I don't want to confuse anyone. Okay, all of this move like this is an accumulation potentially. Once we get a move above the green and the black line, then it to me is a accumulation confirmed because we have a break of structure in the desired direction. If you really want to know deep about how to see accumulation, distribution, reaccumulation, redistribution, how to be really, really good at it without the unnecessary, everything. Because obviously you could be like preliminary supply, seller's climax, automatic reaction. Yeah, right. You will learn those too, but you will learn the idea behind the move more than the labeling. I really recommend watching Pips of Persia. Pips of Persia, more than just accumulation, distribution, and reaccumulation and whatnot. He helps you to actually understand the market in, like, basically where you've got people that are trading Wyckoff accumulation. You've got people that trade rally-based rallies. You've got people that trade all sorts of things. You'll start to, he points out where the similarities are, or where you're basically looking at the same things, but they're called different names. Okay, and it's very useful, very helpful, and has helped me in my trading. So in the 4 hour, we've got an accumulation. This is my reaccumulation, looking to go higher, no doubt, for me on NZDUSD. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. We've got the EMAs on. You can see that after this accumulation, W formation, rally base rally, shoulder head shoulder, we broke up the 13. This is the ideal way to see this happen. Okay, the 13 EMA has now, the red one, crossed above the green one. This is the setup we like to see in the market maker method. This has not returned to the 50. this could do this. Another little W and go. So we've got an opportunity to take a good trade over here, a low risk, tight stop loss trade if the market would come down into this area. This is my favorite right now. I'm going to put an alert on this. I want price to come into this 50 EMA and I'm going to be a happy buyer on NZDUSD. If we check out the TDI, we're currently oversold. So we do need to pull back sooner or later. On the 15-minute time frame, we go into DL. When we get in, zoom in, basically. Okay, we can see that we have some form of a reaccumulation here. This could be our fourth wave of the entire move or the fourth wave of our third wave, which, if we look at the count, is looking like the fourth wave of our third wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We get a degree smaller on this, and we'll get the higher degree drawn out, which is one of these two highs, then the 2, then the 3, then a 4 into the prior fourth wave, and then a 5. That looks good to me. So make that a higher degree and change the color into green. Let's go for green. That is the best for me out of the analysis we've just done. This is the best potential trade, even though I prefer to trade pound, euro, and AUDUSD before NZDUSD. This has got the best setup, and if this setup comes to fruition before the others do, that would be the trade I'm taking, or at least one of the trades I'm taking. So onto AUDUSD. Just checking my mic is still on. Right, AUDUSD from the daily time frame. We've got this accumulation here. It's going to be just like NZDUSD. Got this accumulation here. On the 4 hour, we'll see where it's obviously the green line here is going to be a nice confirmation taking out this supply zone, but confirmation that this whole fingers and accumulation is a break of this up here. But I'm happy to say that this is the demand zone. This is the demand zone that should hold, and that we will lead on to breaking the high. So for AUDUSD, it goes like this again. A move down, continuation to the upside. Okay. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. There's my alarm. I've got to go. I'll update you again later. And take care. Trade safe. Peace.